Welcome, everyone, to the Commentary Podcast. I am your host, Pat Brennan. Today on the podcast, we are going to be watching National Treasure. It was released in 2004. It is directed by John Turteltaub, with a screenplay by Jim Koff, Cormac Wibberley, and Marianne Wibberley. The cast of the film includes Nicolas Cage, Harvey Keitel, Jon Voight, Diane Kruger, Sean Bean, Justin Bartha, and Christopher Plummer. Historian Benjamin Franklin Gates, along with computer expert Riley Poole and archivist Abigail Chase, search for a massive lost Freemason treasure to which a map is hidden on the back of the U.S. Declaration of Independence. Joining me for this rewatch of National Treasure is my good friend Vikash Patel. He has been on this podcast numerous times. I'm sure you all know him by now. I will once again drop all of his info in the episode bio, so give him a follow on his accounts and be sure to check out his podcast too. Now, I'm going to be watching the Blu-ray copy I have of National Treasure, but it is currently streaming on Disney Plus, and you can also rent it on Apple for $4, on Vudu for $4, and on Amazon for $4.29. I say we get things started. We are going to be pressing play on National Treasure in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go.
Walt Disney Pictures. This actually looks nice for once. It's ominous.
Here we go. National Treasure.
Wait, I thought this was Jungle Cruise. We could never. Bruckheimer,
Maybe when I run out of movies to do, we can do Jungle Cruise.
Hell no. Hell no. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. There's so many fantastic. I will do this again. We could talk about this movie twice.
We could do National Treasure 2.
Is this John Turteltaub, right? That directed this?
Yeah. John
Okay.
Turteltaub.
I always get him and the Pirates Beloke, Gore Verbinski mixed up at times. I don't know why. Maybe because they made the best adventure movies of the 2000s for us, and it happened to be from Disney.
And their names sound like animals. John Turteltaub.
I did like his Sorcerer's Apprentice. I don't know why I feel the need to mention it, but it was really good. I enjoy that movie.
Nick Cage in that too, so.
Yep.
This little kid,
You know the best part of this opening?
50 years old.
he actually has a face for like the 80s. Like if you had to cast a kid to be like, that's my man right there.
I guess it's probably supposed to be the 80s.
Christopher Plummer, man.
R.I.P.
I always remember Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. He hits the exposition so well when he has to do it.
Well, here comes more exposition.
Right? Literally. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
this. Fincher watched this scene right here. Like, this is what you need to do.
And it's like people are like, oh, Sound of Music. I'm like, nah, National Treasure, Inside Man. This is my man right here.
It's kind of crazy that he was in Sound of Music. And you're like, damn, you've been acting for a long time, man.
I love it. And it's like, that's the goal. It's like to have that level of like relevance in a sense, like to be that good at your job and just be able to just crank it out even at that age.
It's like we don't have many movies set in like Revolutionary War.
We don't need to, do we? Besides maybe like a Crispus Attucks story or something like that. I don't know.
Because I guess we have the Patriot, but I mean that's not historically accurate at all.
Neither is this, but that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Isn't this the dude from Hannah Montana, right? Oh wait, are you too old for that?
Is it?
Yeah, it is the brother.
I need to... Oh, it is him.
Because he was like 32
Jason
when they
Earl
shot
or something.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh, that crossfade right there with the eye was fantastic. When I watched this the last like 100th time I've seen this, I was thinking about the budget for this movie, and they use it wisely. I feel like Disney wouldn't even give a movie this sort of movie a budget again, which is a sad thing because Nick Cage said that they aren't going to make a 3.
Yeah, I think it's because of that TV show. I feel like Disney's just pivoting. They made the National Treasure TV show, but I think they're just like, we
Ye-
need to. It
Yeah,
sucks.
we were talking about that tonight, and it's just it's a problem of fundamentally understanding what your story is and why you're telling
Yeah,
the story and what makes it cool.
it's like we watched this movie and two for like Nick Cage. I'm not watching it for the National Treasure like mini stories on the side. Like I want
Oh,
Nick Cage to run around.
and
like,
I watch it for this. I watch it for this sort of vibe because this is a
yeah.
very specific vibe to cultivate where it's like this feels like you're literally swaying, you're on a boat riding through history. And
Hmm.
that's hard to say. And then he brings it all back as like we're actually a part of history.
Would you say you're on the Charlotte boat?
The pipe.
Uh,
My favorite we're about to get into it, bro. I'm so excited. You have no idea. When he cuts himself for the with the pipe and everything for the blood to write out the scroll.
yeah.
And I'm just like, who makes these decisions? It's so cool. And I've thought about doing that. I'm like, why would I ever do that? This hurts, but it's like it's so cool.
Blood Brothers.
I like how it's raining outside here as it is in the flashback, just to keep the
Hmm. Actually, I don't think I've ever noticed that the amount of times I've seen this movie. Like it's rated.
Who said I've
Like
noticed
I
it?
mean, obviously, like I noticed it, but like I don't put two and two together.
Because I think that's the magic of doing this is that you're not necessarily paying attention.
Look at these wigs, man.
I love the
Now
wigs,
that's a
but
wig. That's a wig. Yeah, John
whatever.
Boyd is
We're gonna I'm gonna put up a disclaimer. We don't we're not worried about John Boyd off the screen, okay? This movie,
yeah,
let me love this man. Anaconda,
yeah.
let me love this man, okay?
John Boyd off the screen is we're not gonna talk about that.
His own daughter doesn't talk
He's
about it. But
yeah.
he's so good in this movie.
Yeah. That wig wasn't very good. I will say.
Yeah, it isn't. $100 million movie, $10 wig.
Yeah. They went down to the shop down the street. Nah, this looks good.
He wears the crap out of it. He makes himself look a bit is a bit of a Pacino vibe. It's a little Pacino and he coked out.
Dude, I love this score. The Trevor Rabin.
It is
Who did it?
fantastic. It is fantastic.
Does such a good job of making it feel like an adventure, but not like a Lord of the Rings adventure. It's more of like a this makes me feel like
I would
I
say
want to go treasure hunting.
no. I would say this is that same thing. Ooh, that match cut. Let's go. Let's go. See, people forgot how to make movies. I don't know what it is. It's not that hard to make this stuff. And what is this? They went on location. Of course, this sucks to make, but it
Mhm.
looks so good.
Looks so good. There he is.
Every time he talks about history in this movie, I'm like, Nicolas Cage needs to just like make this stuff. He should be the narrator. Who needs David Attenborough? I need Nicolas Cage. Riley, my man.
Riley, the comedic relief.
The guy in the hangover
I
that
think
gets
that's
stuck in the elevator.
yeah. I think
That's the
that's like the
second movie.
only I mean, I think me and you are the only people on Letterboxd that have this at 5 out of 5.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. That's true.
I think that my only criticism of this movie is Riley's like too much of a comedic relief. It's like he always has the
I enjoy it.
one-liners, but yeah,
I
I mean, I
love it.
enjoy
I
it too.
love
But
it.
it's like
Sean
there's only
Bean.
sometimes you're like, all
How
right, Riley, let's be
you're
serious for
literally
2 minutes.
you're literally talking about Lord of the Rings and Sean Bean.
as Sean Bean comes up.
Sean, and I love this guy too. Did you ever play Black Ops?
Mm.
Like, so he's in Black Ops as like a CIA guy, like a spook, or I can't use that word anymore. A CIA spy guy in a like Vietnam in a flashback.
Mm.
So they like mocapped him into the game or whatever. Even he's a good actor. Like he delivers his
Mm-hmm.
lines properly throughout this
Yeah.
movie. I think it matters every time you have like these like henchmen characters. They should have an effect on you.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like something out of the thing
Because
that's
yeah,
shot.
I mean, even the like the jackets they're wearing too. Like,
Turtle Top knew what he was doing.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Because I feel like the henchmen always are just very one dimensional. Like, they always kind of make them like airheads too, but they're just very strong.
I
Like,
was I was talking about it today. It's like oh, my dad was watching Lupin on Netflix and they have a henchman who like the main guy can beat up, but the boss himself is like a really small guy, but he beats the crap out of Lupin when he's like 6'3", and the dude is like the other
mm,
guy's like 5'8". It makes no sense. And I was like, wait, what? It's like James Bond. Your henchmen, you need to have them like Jaws or like Hinks, like
yeah.
Dave Batista. You want them to be like overbearing in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I know it sucks that they had to
Boston
like,
Masquerade.
bury all this stuff, but it looks so good. The Charlotte.
Charlotte. Hello, beautiful. Damn it. Think of how long that would take to like dig out. Like,
Yeah, a hot minute. But I
that's
love
gotta
that
be like a
shot.
couple
I like
days.
that's all it takes. One line. 2 years ago, if you didn't show up,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here. Yes, it's like
So
it's
now,
simple, it's effective.
yeah. I know some people are really very like critical of like a lot of exposition, but it's like sometimes you need it. And like again, one line. All right, they've been together for 2 years. Got it.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Simple, lean, and
Yeah.
effective. I don't know what more you want to ask for.
Yeah.
The Charlotte. I think this is a set, right? It has to be a set because it looks so
Yeah.
good. It's a really good set.
Yeah. They probably shot this at Disney, honestly, probably on the soundstage.
Shout out to all the people who worked set deck and,
Oh
all
yeah.
whatever, construction. This is not an easy build right here, but it looks fantastic.
The inside of a ship. Pirate ship, essentially. Like it's not a pirate ship, but a ship.
For whenever Pirates of the Caribbean happens on this pod, I'm telling you, that conversation's even crazier.
I wonder if they just like took some of that set and put it in here, honestly.
That would actually make
Disney.
sense.
Because that was the year before this. Yeah, they probably shot it a year before this.
Because I know they had boats and they shot in the boats, but not, I
Hmm.
mean, some of it had to be on sets.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some, especially like the cannons and stuff, were from Pirates. Because why make
Gore
more?
Yeah, I
just
know.
you just say
And
same company.
Gore Verbinski went crazy with it in a good way. I love the colors in this movie. I don't know what it is. This specific blue, it's very hard
Hmm.
to. I don't think you can really get it when you're shooting digital. Whether it's this or like Terminator, like 1 or 2. This specific blue right here,
Yeah,
this is one of my favorite
it.
colors.
I mean, it does a good job of showing you, like, yeah, it's cold in this room. Like, yeah, let's make it
But I'm talking
very,
about
very blue.
like in Terminator, like it's in a parking garage or it's
Yeah,
outside and it's like across the board when they're shooting film. And even James Cameron doesn't want the film. I did watch the the what is it? The True Lies.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's bad. It's bad.
I'm still contemplating getting it, but I'm not sure.
Don't trust me. Just
I mean,
live in
still
denial.
have still have the DVD. So I heard
That's fine.
Aliens and Abyss are fine.
True
It's the
Lies
True Lies one, isn't it?
legitimately I was watching the
Yeah.
scene the opening action scene. The pipe. Here we go. Now I gotta shut up because we finally got to the narrative juice.
I love how they do such a good job of like making everyone around Nick Cage like I don't know where anything is. Nick Cage is like, why is he over there? Like, he just immediately finds stuff. It's at $1 million.
I love this. See, they leave Sean Bean to like do all the acting on his face.
Hmm.
All he had to say was like, "Oh, this investment," and then it was like, "Oh yeah, he's the money man here."
Yeah, Sean Bean's great in this movie.
I
I
think
mean,
the difference is
just
that they don't give him enough juice to like actually do this stuff. It's like he
yeah,
shows up like he was the fifth man or sixth man on The Martian. Good movie, but
yeah.
it's like Sean Bean is like he's got much more power to give. Like I said with the pipe, I think about this man doing it. I'm just like, I know you had a water bottle like 20 minutes ago.
Why did you just use the water bottle? That'd have been a good line for Riley. Like, why didn't you just use the water bottle? Like, that'd have been a good.
But I see why they did is because you don't have ink and you technically need
Yeah,
ink. The silence do good letters. Yeah.
I think I love this movie too because a portion of it
It
takes place in Philly, where I lived like 2 blocks. Like when they're running around like Old City, Philadelphia, I lived in that
oh
area for like two
oh
years
really?
when I
I
went to
love that.
college. Yeah,
That's one of my favorite scenes. That
so
whole
I'm
chase.
like,
You're talking about the chase
yeah,
around Independence Hall, right?
yeah. I lived at 2 blocks from
Fantastic
Independence
work.
Hall.
But this movie is my argument as to you can make contemporary movies that are compelling. And this is
Hmm.
one of them. And it's an adventure movie.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we just like don't have adventure movies anymore.
We have Uncharted, we had Jungle Cruise, and both were abysmal.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like, okay, and Indiana Jones 5.
Mhm.
I know you probably liked it more than I did, but
I mean, I
both,
just like indie itself, but that's definitely the weakest
it's
one
like
by far.
Antonio Banderas is both in Uncharted and uh, Indiana
Indie
Jones.
for like 5
And
seconds.
he is one of the most charismatic people of all time. People right now, they're like, oh, Stilgar, Lisa Al Gaib with Dune. But
Mhm.
it's like Antonio Banderas is the same vibe, but even more, I think. And it's like y'all just don't know how to employ these men correctly.
Mhm.
I love this scene right here because it's plot work, but it's just like it's
Yeah.
somehow compelling. But
But
it's
like
Nick Cage.
also how he like they shoot it like Nick Cage is always like essentially shot by himself because he's like, oh, I know what's going on. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So you're gonna shoot him by himself, being like, this guy's so much more ahead of you, like these people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I always love this when he's like in the music, it just slowly coming in, and
Oh
he's
yeah.
like, I gotta think of synonyms for the same. It was resolved. Genius.
The and it's like even if you don't know this stuff to some extent, you're kind of learning with them. And
Yeah.
they whoever wrote this, they definitely let the little pieces there.
Hmm.
And like you said, the music swoons, and it's just like, yeah, the Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence.
So I remember watching the trailers for this movie on TV, and it's like the shot of him getting shot at with the Declaration of Independence with him, and like the doors are
Hmm.
closing on the elevator. I still remember that shot from like being on TV. Like, I gotta see this
Hmm.
movie. I didn't see this in theaters or anything, but I saw it so much on TV. And in the last like 5 years, I probably put it on every single year still.
I saw it in theaters. It was great. I remember. I didn't. I actually didn't want to see it because I thought the trailer. I was like, yeah, I don't. Like I was like 12
Oh,
or 13, and I was like, I
oh,
don't really.
I was
And then
younger.
I watched it, and I watched it. I was like, yo, I loved that. That was great.
I was impressionable. You were impressionable too, but it's like this uh Incredibles, those were like the two big ones from Disney when I was a kid that
Hmm.
really like I still love them to this day.
Same year, right? Oh 04 is Incredibles too.
Oh,
Same year.
really?
No, give me the thing. This is like it's just great. You're like, okay, clearly you can see how they're setting him up to be the bad guy. Like the slow push in, and he's just like, no.
How long do you think they
Like you might as
took
well
to
just
shoot
twist
this?
his like this
Yeah.
maybe a couple of days maybe.
Okay. I feel like it might have taken longer, but if they're really
Probably
in,
longer. It could be like a week. It could be like you'd be surprised how fast like they can nail some of this stuff in a couple takes. And you're like, I got it. Let's move.
oh, okay,
Move
okay.
on. Yeah.
Because I feel like it depends on a director too as to like how long they take with this stuff, right? I feel like someone else would
Hmm.
take too long to shoot this.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they do a good job. Like you're like, oh, this look at their team, and then clearly, like as it slowly the scene goes on,
Yeah.
he's like just being menacing. Essentially, it's like you might as well just put like a monocle on him and be like, so, and a cat in his hand. Now you're going to give me the pipe. Like,
And the best part about having this set is that like the blocking and this is actually really good.
mhm. You gonna shoot me, John? We can't shoot. What?
The confidence of
Yeah,
Ben Gates, man.
he's essentially just a confidence man, honestly.
Oh yeah.
In this, I mean, he is the greatest name ever. Benjamin Franklin Gates. Like, what a name.
And it's like you can't beat it. And now he's like, "You want to play games?
Yeah.
Let's play a game."
Like, again, he's always just like 5 steps ahead of them. Like, remember the gunpowder you guys threw on the ground? But I like this little like bit that they do. Because it's like he's gonna throw it here.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, but like then he catches it. I'll be like, oh, to be like,
And he
oh,
puts
like
it out.
Ian, like he's also smart, but then like boom, yeah. Classic like the bad guys thinks he's smart and then like, oh no, right on his arm too.
But they definitely give him an edge as to like he's not just like the stupid guy. Like he obviously
Hmm.
has enough sense. And it's like every single step of the way, he's very
He's
much
always
on
there.
their tail.
Yeah,
Whether
he
it's
just
like
does it a different way.
at like the museum, he sees the little
Yeah.
kid writing the stuff and he's like, "Oh, I'll give you $100,
Yeah.
right?"
Like he's just smart in a different way. He's smart in like a bad guy way. Like
That's actually
essentially, I guess that's
interesting.
it.
It's almost a writing exercise as to like, okay, the villain thinks this way, but
Yeah.
the actor or the lead, the protagonist thinks this way, but they need to
Hmm.
be chasing each other. So it's like you
Yeah.
can I'm learning
Because
right
in
now. That's what it
because
is.
in because like in every scene or like after this, when they're like trying to find stuff, like Sean Bean and his like henchmen guys, they're right there too. They always get
They're
to the
on there.
spots.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they're just a couple seconds behind essentially. So
I
they're
saw
smart
the
in their own way.
I saw this shot right here. It does not do it justice. The extras, I saw the extras for the first time yesterday, and that shot looks so massive, like in real life.
Hmm.
I think it was like 80 gallons of fuel or something that they blew up.
Jeez.
And this,
Yeah, I feel
like,
like they
I'm
wouldn't.
talking about like if you had an IMAX camera and like you actually did like a 4x3, that would have been like that shot you
Sick.
wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Honestly,
like
this is the movie you
nowadays,
shoot in IMAX, honestly.
yeah, nowadays that's all CGI unless you're like, and no one would blow that up. But yeah, they probably one
Unless you're
take.
Sam Mendes and you have like
Yeah.
I gave him crap because that shot does not look that great. It should have looked better. I feel like that shot happens in Spectre of that explosion, but you never
Mm,
I don't think you have an umph to the explosion like you just did in this one.
hmm. Oh yeah, you could
It's
feel
not
this
the amount,
explosion.
it's like the quality of it. It's like you look at Michael Bay. His explosions have quality to them that
Hmm.
he and his team obviously work on. It's like that looks really good. This must have been a
Well,
headache to do right here. It's like anytime
yeah,
you have to do something that looks like it's been happening or whatever, like
yeah,
but it looks so good.
yeah. Like too, look with that explosion. I guess it helps. What the feeling is that because they were inside and you could see when he dives and everything like comes like you can feel it there.
Yeah. We stop him. Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm
Stop.
not this is the patriotic like salute.
Yeah.
America.
It's like that TikTok where it's like, man, I hate USA, and then like something like this, you're like, yeah, USA, let's go. Like me watching
And
anything where it's like,
talk about character actors. Harvey fucking
oh
Keitel. Come
yeah,
on, man. I love this getup right here. The jeans, the sports jacket. This is very
yeah,
Bill it's from Twister, low key, isn't it?
hmm,
Where's
yeah. Like
Tom
what a
Hanks?
look,
Where's Bill
what a
Paxton?
look. I can't believe they got Harvey Keitel to even be in the
I know.
TV version because
Oh, he wasn't it?
Riley's in the TV version too.
No offense, but his career hasn't been, popping off, so that's not
Yeah,
really out of the
Yeah,
Makes
Harvey
sense.
Keitel was in the. Spoiler alert: his character like dies in it.
Oh, is he related to somebody? Is he supposed to be like an
Yeah, it's
emotional
like
linchpin?
he like I don't even honestly remember it. Like, he like had something like a journal or something that people
This
wanted.
is the year before Troy, right?
Same year, I think.
2000.
04?
Oh, it's 04. So same year. Okay.
Yeah, same year. She probably
Diane, man.
filmed Troy before this, though.
But she had a fantastic 2000s between these
Yeah,
two and then Blasters. Come on.
faster. Yeah, yeah. She had a good time in the 2000s. It was like her and like Naomi Watts.
Yeah,
And they kind of
Namie
just
was
like
popping off.
now they're kind of just like faded away. I mean, they're in stuff here and there, but not like. I guess they just happen to
Naomi
be
had
better of
Birdman, and
actors.
then I think Naomi is always trying to chase something, but she just hasn't found it yet. And I kind
Hmm.
of feel sorry for her. But I mean, that's just life.
She was just in Feud, the new
Oh,
season of
for
Feud. She was in
FX,
there.
yeah.
Hmm.
And with Diane Lane, who I love also, but and Tom Hollander, fantastic,
Yeah.
also in Pirates movies. I think these three have very good chemistry. I don't know what it is, but they have the sauce.
Hmm.
And I know she is pretty. She's at least 10 years younger than Cage, at least, isn't she?
Probably because he was probably what maybe almost 40 doing this.
Yeah, and she's probably 30.
Yeah.
They gave her very
Riley's probably
classic, like
late.
I think they did a good thing here. They gave her very classic, like American makeup right here.
Hmm.
Because she's obviously German, but she hides it well in this. That little
Yeah, that's
that's
good.
cheese.
Yeah, that's good. Like, clear your throat. This is gonna sound stupid. Again, exposition. That's where we lost that. It's a comedic exposition though. You know, I'm gonna have to watch. I might have to watch the second one after we watch
Hey,
this.
Ed Harris lighting a fire behind them. Come on. The
Yeah.
whole thing with them like taking the photo with the thing so they can like read it and all that. Like, come on. I remember being so hyped for Book of Secrets.
And it sucks that they're probably never gonna do the third one, but it's all
We'll
right.
leave it to
We
the
got this
wind.
one. We
Yeah,
got
we
this
got two
one.
of them.
We got two of them.
Dan Brown, the third book of the Robert Langdon books. It's called The Lost
The Da
Symbol.
Vinci,
And
Da Vinci ones, yeah.
yeah, it takes place in DC. And it's like I read that book very much with this in mind in my head, but a very
Mm.
different book and very serious things going on in that book. But I like they're running around DC at night and there's all this like quote unquote supernatural stuff happening. But man, I would have loved to have seen it actually work well.
Here it comes. One of those iconic lines. In the movie,
Where is
honestly,
this?
this has got to be. This is in DC.
DC?
Yeah, I think it's like the. Is it? They're in the Library of Congress, maybe? No.
I swear, if they don't have it like this when I go there, I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean, I'm sure they've changed everything now, but
Disgusting behavior. I need it to look exactly like National Treasure, or else I don't want
from
it.
20 years ago. Why doesn't this look like the movie I watched 20 years ago? Well, here we go. I'm just gonna. Hello, he just reading that again. You can have a comedic line like, "You can see that," like Riley. Like you can see that. I should have wrote Riley's lines for this movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if he improvised a bit.
Yeah, they probably like just go like with this type of thing, but then say like what you want.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I have no idea
They
what you
put it
said.
on Justin Bartha to like come up
Yeah,
with it.
I mean, this has got to be one of the most already iconic lines in movie history. No, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Like,
Wait for it. Wait for it. Here we go. Here we go.
what?
Do it.
Here it
Say it.
comes.
Cut the check. Cut the check. We done.
Yeah.
Check the gate. Check the gate. We done. We done. I
Yeah,
think
and they use all the locations here. Like,
Captain America 2 is probably the only movie in recent memory, which is even like 10 years ago that
Mm-hmm.
used this area, the National Mall, extremely well. And it's only
Mm-hmm.
the opening of the movie, but it's like used for like actual narrative. But it's
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, we're in DC if you forgot, and no one's around in the morning, so it's freaking Captain America running here.
Mm-hmm. Lincoln just staring down. He's like, I know you guys. I know who you guys are up to.
This is this is blocking genius right here.
Yeah. It's like, you know, there's like, we're like, we have to have Lincoln in the shot.
It's
Like,
yes, he's
sit
like
over here more.
literally,
Sit over here
literally. I
more.
want you to point at him, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. Oh, this is awesome. We're doing all the president's men on my pod this like later
Mm-hmm.
this year. It's gonna drop election day weeky or
Oh,
whatever.
nice.
But it's
Maybe I'll
like
do a rewatch of All the President's Men for that election
okay,
week.
it's a date. We got to do it. I already have to watch it. You already know that. I already got to watch it, so you might as well. Because Gordon Willis shot the crap out of that movie,
That
man.
movie's amazing. I think I tweeted it out, but I remember watching that movie on Turner Classic Movies like I was like 11 or 12. And like
And it
at
blew
that
your
time
mind.
I was like, I think I just watched
Yeah.
the greatest movie of all time.
Yep. Because
Like
it's one of those
I was
movies.
like
It's
12
like,
years old.
and I'm a big like journalism. Like I like mystery movies. I like adventure movies. I love all these sorts of movies where they're trying to figure something out.
Hmm.
So that journalism stuff really clicks with me. So does this. Obviously, they're on the chase, right?
Yeah.
Trying to unlock
But
the story.
again here,
And they're
like,
in suits, and they're in
yeah.
suits. It looks very I don't know what it
Oh
is.
yeah. But again, like for this like scene too, like going back to how he's so much smarter than everybody, like he's not like a dick of being smart too. Like he lets Riley do his plan, and he's like, "Well, here's what we're actually gonna do." And then Riley's like, "Oh yeah, this is actually a lot smarter. Like, this is actually a lot better plan." But he lets Riley show his whole plan. Like,
He's like, go ahead. Go. It's like I think Nicolas Cage, man, the testament of an actor that this man is just and everything is intentional with him. You can see where his voice is very much sitting in the bottom of his like mouth. And it's like when he needs to
hmm
get loud, he really brings it up. But right now he's like,
hmm
I'm sitting right here talking like this, and
yeah,
this is Benjamin Gates. He does it well. It's awesome.
Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Ben F. Gates. F. Fuck.
You're like, huh? Yeah. Oh, look at that
And of
chest
course the
hair.
how many times does the nerdy guy have to have glasses? And I say this
Yeah.
as a glassed man for the rest of my life. I will never wear contacts.
Yeah. I love that little theme where it's like dun, 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 dun. They
Yeah,
always like
it's the
play it when they
best.
like when their like ideas are clicking. They always like play it like it's great. It's like a light bulb kind of thing.
I think it was Turtle Todd that was talking about. He's like, this movie's like a caper mixed with, a treasure movie and a heist movie, like everything mixed
Hmm.
together. And that's why this movie works. It's got all
And
the
essentially,
elements of like having fun.
and a love story.
True. Yeah, obviously, if you don't have the love story, then it doesn't work. And
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of like adventure movies that need the love story, whether it's The
Hmm.
Mummy, whether it's Pirates of the Caribbean. And Pirates of the
I mean,
Caribbean, bro,
romancing the
talk
stone's
about
got to be
Will
like the
Turner.
most famous romance love story adventure. Romancing the stone, gotta be.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know. We were talking about it on when we did Back to the Future. I'm
Hmm.
how am I forgetting?
I was there.
I'm like, what Bob Zemeckis movie did we talk about?
See, like this type of stuff. I was like, if you were to tell me this is how you do it, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, makes
I think that's how
sense.
you do it. I don't know.
As
I've
long
never
as
done it.
he's not just like clickety clackety on the keyboard,
Yeah, with
which a
all
lot
like
of this is.
all the what do you call that? Like I guess not
I'm
data. It's
bad.
like
I'm
coding. Like
bypassing. Yeah,
all the coding
I'm
comes up.
bypassing the mind frame. I'm going to
Yeah,
get into it. Whether it's like Simon Pegg or it's
yeah.
the dude from the Matrix, whatever, with the dreads.
Hmm. I think you can make those work as long as you don't show their screen. Like you were showing
Oh yeah,
them from the opposite, and you just see them typing. That's how you make that work.
that's literally Photoshop. I didn't even realize that before. It's literally Photoshop.
I love that. I'd buy that. Just I'd buy that. Dude, make some fake IDs on the side.
I love these sorts of whatever montage scenes. Like this is how you
Mm-hmm.
do it. It's like in John Wick 2. They're pretty much there's a scene where he goes to the sommelier and he's like, "Oh, it's like what guns do you want? Like what like he's getting the map for the place, he's getting the
Mm-hmm.
guns, he's trying to put together a whole plan. It's like Bondian essentially.
Yeah.
Bond
It's just
does it well with
also,
Q.
yeah, just the easiest way to pass time.
Pass time, get
Because it's probably a
all
couple
the
of weeks of
plot
them figuring
stuff.
this out.
Yep, get all the plot stuff out of the way, really move it forward.
Paul Brown. What a name. Paul Brown.
Paul Brown actually
Yeah.
sounds like it would be a name for like a revolutionary of some sort.
Yeah.
Hit you with the strings real quick. It's like, oh,
She's
a
like, oh,
man,
love. Again, her thinking and his a dun, dun,
uh,
dun.
a man behind my heart.
He completed my collection of coins.
Bro, what are you doing? What is he doing? Oh, that's what he's doing. He's
Like
triggering it.
he's trying to zap the old lady.
I love this elevator. Like wherever this is, it's a well shot thing. I love this guy, this actor right here. Don't know his name. He shows up in a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff.
Got some
Great
great
character
hair.
actor.
Great
Yeah,
hair.
I need that.
Oof. Kind of a creep though there. Looking at her, looking down.
Oh no, he is. No. He is a creep in this. He's a creep
Yeah.
in this. I don't believe that you'd be picking up the Declaration of Independence like that in real life, but they
Yeah.
probably would. This probably is very like accurate
Mm.
to an extent. It's like, ooh, Watergate.
Gotta hit all the landmarks, man. This is an American history lesson.
When are you doing the post?
Probably during Spielberg series when
Okay,
we get there.
that's a fantastic one.
I mean, he could do double feature post and all the president's
Post and
men.
yep, that's what I was thinking about. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Because that's essentially what he meant it as being like
Yeah.
Spielberg. I don't know where I heard him say it, but he said it about all the president's men, kind of like these two movies kind of working back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Just slam the door on this man.
Unfortunately, yeah. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, yeah. That's what I say, like at work. You hear at work? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Again, confidence, man. Just I would assume you worked here. Sounds good.
Hey, every time I tell people this, it's like you just got to act like you belong. Just keep walking. And
Mm-hmm.
I've used that trick across the world. Literally, it works. It really does.
You
Even
like
if
the
they,
moment you hesitate.
I or no, I've been in trouble or like for stupid reasons, but I've been in trouble across like in India and some other places. And I'm just like, I just keep walking. If they catch me, they catch me. It's happened. And I love this cut to the guns because they ain't got
Mm-hmm.
guns. Sean Bean looks so good in this movie too. Like just like the hair and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, like it's like
Not this
they
guy,
have the
but the
same
other this guy right here. I think he looks like a Home Alone henchman for some reason. Like Home
kind
Alone
of
3, if you've seen it. Bro, this is corny right here.
again. It's like the same. They have the same idea. They're just going about it a different way, using bombs,
It's like one
guns, and
uses it's like that line from Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallout. It's like he uses a scalpel, I use a hammer.
yeah. One uses the brain, one uses the brawn.
Yep. Ooh, the smoky eye. Here we go.
Oh, Diane Kruger. Make sure he's married to Joshua Jackson for a long time.
Yeah, he's
Charlie Conway.
he's with Lupita Nyong'o right now. I don't want to know that, but I know it for some reason.
I think I saw a photo somewhere of that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I just kept scrolling.
He's got a
There he
tight.
is.
That's all I'm gonna say. He is a stiff.
Let me take your fingerprints there. Thank you. He just keeps staring at her. Have you seen there's a guy on TikTok that did he like does like scenarios, and someone said John like all the people coming up after John Hancock signed
Oh
signed the
yes.
declaration. And he's like the way he delivers it. Did you see the page? Like it's Jay Witch and half the page. Like the way he delivers it, Jay Witch and half the page. Dude, John Hancock was only 18 years old. Did you know that when he signed the Declaration of
Nah,
Independence?
actually, I did
18
know
years
that.
old.
I did a project on him when I was like in like second or third grade.
Like, could you imagine that? 18. Like you doing 18.
The audacity of a white man who has money and property in
to
the
sign half the page.
1770s.
Took off half the page. Like, John, you didn't even do anything here, man. What are you doing?
He just showed up. It's not like he was like James Madison or like
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson, like
Ben
even
Franklin.
like all these other terrible people who actually like did something.
Yeah. Nah, he's just like, I got this. I'm signing first.
Did you ever watch the John Adams series?
Mm-hmm.
I
Paul
read the
with Paul.
book. Yeah, I read the book for like AP US history, A push. And then I heard the show was there. I was like, no way. Because I hated reading the book. And then halfway through, I loved
Mm.
reading the book. And I was like, oh, I gotta watch this now. And it was awesome. Tom Hooper's like one thing that I really like that he's done.
Oh yeah, I
Tom
forgot he made
Hooper,
that.
aka the guy who made Cats and Les Miserables. There's no middle there.
And King's Speech.
King's Speech, which is the most forgettable and terrible win of recent memory besides Green Book for me, because The Dark Knight was there, but that's just a whole other thing.
Yeah, I was about
2008.
social network. No, it was social network year. 2010.
Oh, that was
No.
2010.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
was social network year.
Hey, we were talking about this about Social
Yeah.
Network before, but I will admit that should have won Best Picture because Inception wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. At least they don't
I
kill the
love his.
guys though. They could
Not
kill these
yet,
guys.
not
Yeah,
yet, not
not
yet.
yet.
But when the declaration comes out, get the Glock, get
Yeah,
the Glock.
they're already gonna kill Ben. They don't want to kill anyone else. They just want to kill Ben.
We're out for blood just for that motherfucker.
He's got the bloody map. Yeah, I remember they used that line a lot, like on all the trailers.
Oh,
TV
in the
spots. I
trailer, yep,
remember.
it's in the yep. Just really good line read, man. That's what it is.
Runs the hand through the hair too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't wait for it.
One of my favorite lines. It's after like the chase. When we get there, it's one of my favorite lines. I'll point it out though. What Sean Bean says. It's so good. I always say it all the time.
This score feels 2000s, but it doesn't feel 2000s to like in a derogatory way,
Mm-hmm.
which is why it ages well. It's like you want that fun, but you don't want it to like so far leaned into it where it's like it just doesn't sound like a movie score.
Mm-hmm. It's Valley Forge, dude. Don't you know American history? I also love that where it's like, of course, the password's Valley Forge and not like GZT, like just random numbers. It's like, wouldn't you want it to be something that's really hard and for them to not get in, like Valley
Yeah, I know.
Forge?
And what you're talking about with like the letters and stuff, that's what a pass like a strong password. That's what
Yeah,
it is now. It's
yeah.
it's boring.
It's me. I love that point he does. Like, hello, I'm inside.
That's a very like
I'm
rock star, like Elvis
Mhm.
vibe, essentially from just Nick.
Yeah.
It's Nick Cage doing this thing. That's why like that shot is kind of like an insert, but it's like you get the personality of the actor though.
Mm-hmm.
And a good actor is actually going to make something out of it rather than just walking in. We were talking
Yeah.
about Jack Black and how there's a shot of Jack Black in School of Rock where he just runs into the school. It's like every other actor would have given a different take about that, but Jack Black, he
Mm-hmm.
runs in like so excited. It's like the
Yeah.
excitement's infectious. And same thing here. It's like Nicolas Cage just doing his thing. He pulls the tension. He's very fun in this.
Is it heavy? I think you should have done this from the beginning.
Here we go. Here we go.
I love how he's just waiting.
The tension here is just
yeah. Like, oh no.
those little zooms and everything would not pass today for some reason. It should pass though. I love it. Yes, here we go. Gates. Pew, pew, pew.
Here
Took
it comes.
the clock right out.
Here it comes. He's got the bloody
map. I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
She was probably wearing heels. She got there real fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, nope. I love this part right here. This is the best part right here.
Do you have a favorite of that? Yeah, I literally stealing the Declaration of Independence.
But it's actually that's the best part, right?
Yeah. He bought the Declaration of Independence for $35.
No, but it's like, no, the best part is that like he got this, but he actually needs it for later also for the gag. It's like, oh, okay. We're making it make sense. This is the funniest part. That man doesn't have the cash.
Yeah. 57. It's like, well, I guess I gotta buy something.
Security.
Someone's broken in. But he's smart though, like you said. He got 2 copies.
Which we don't know. Like it's just a funny gag at first, but it's like, oh, wait, nope.
Yeah. Well done, Gates. Well done. I've seen this movie a lot, so I know a lot of the lines.
I have too. I've seen this movie so many times because it's so fun to watch. It's always fun to watch. There's not a point in this movie where you're not having fun, where it's like, oh, if this is on TV, this is an instant watch because it's always fun.
You can always just put this on. Be like, I'm gonna have a great time watching this. You know, I've seen it 100 times.
I've legitimately seen this more than 10, 15 times.
I think I'm more than that, honestly.
Oh, it probably is more, but like you lose count. Especially when you're not counting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said.
Souvenir.
If it's on if it's on TV, like starting from now, like I'll watch it from here to the end. Like,
oh yeah.
I've probably seen from the middle to the end so many times, just a couple scenes at the end.
Every single time, literally. Like there's not a point where I'm not watching this. Like there's nothing better on TV.
Yeah.
And after I got a Disney Plus, then I was like, oh, they have these on there. I'll gotta watch them. Gotta watch them. I'm bored. Oh, just turn it on. Just have it on in the back when I'm cooking.
I mean, I'm watching the Blu-ray, and this Blu-ray looks pretty damn good, honestly.
Oh, it does. It does. Of course, they watered the concrete. Gotta make it look good. Victor,
and that's how you know it was raining. Here we go. Music's kicking up. Yeah, see, they only shoot at him. They don't shoot at anybody else.
Yeah.
They just zap people over like, Gates is over there. Get the rocket launcher.
Where's the RPG when you need it?
Surprised they don't have AKs at this point.
That would add on the vibe. It's like if the Joker can have an RPG, so can you.
Yeah. This is me and my henchman. I mean, these movies always have to have a car chase, so it's your car chase.
It's a good one. But it's like you have the car chase, but obviously there's a better tension going on. And it's like a different movie, a different director would definitely not have this happen all at the same time in a sense. But it's more fun that it does.
Yeah. That'd be wild bouncing in that thing. They definitely would have like hit their head on the ceiling. They would have went so high.
I've
There's like
hit my
knives
head.
in there.
I've hit my head on the ceiling of like a bus like a couple times. I'm surprised that the stunt work, that's some legitimate
Yeah.
stunt work here.
I mean, here's how you make the car chase different. Like have her basically like falling out the whole time.
Yep.
Guns going off, as opposed to just a basic chasing each other.
I mean, it's the best rule to have. It's like if it can go wrong, let it go wrong. It's like, how do you up the ante here? Wouldn't
You
it be
gotta
bad
speed
if she
this
was
up.
hanging off the side?
Yeah.
And then now he has to catch her. Will he catch her before she lets go? Find out on this scene in National
Yeah.
Treasure.
Find out next Tuesday at 8.
Got it. He's like, forget her. I don't like
Yeah.
her anyway. Have you seen Patriot Games with
I haven't
Harrison
seen it in a
Ford?
long time though.
No, Sean Bean's the villain in that one too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of
I
the
mean, he had
few first like Sean Bean die-ins. Does he die in this
a
one? I
golden
think
eye.
he dies in this one,
No,
right?
they get like captured
Oh yeah,
at
they
the
get
end.
arrested
They get arrested. Yeah, I
at
feel like it'd
the
be too much. I feel like it'd be too much if he
if he
the
died,
main
yeah.
his like main henchman guy dies. I think he like falls down.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
thing.
But he dies at like whatever the lighthouse or whatever the place is like two by it's like two by sea or like one by land or whatever thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because he dies in obviously Lord of the Rings.
Patriot
Golden
Games.
Eye, Golden
GoldenEye.
Eye.
The
I mean, he
white
just
man we love to kill.
plays the bad guys. Game of Thrones, obviously.
Yes. Game of Thrones is like the worst. I hated that. Because I love Sean Bean. I'm like just as a story, I'm like, why don't y'all keep this man alive? But the problem is the reason why they kill him is because he's like the most moral person that they had
Yeah,
on the entire show. And you don't realize that, and like you realize it, but then you realize it the most obviously by the end. It's like, oh yeah, he was doing this for his sister and all this stuff, and they really fumbled that ending. It's like Sean Bean's the best.
it's always good at playing the bad guy.
Oh, okay. So they do keep her. I didn't realize that they keep the German in there. The Verdun.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys really all need to slide in there like that? Like, the cops. Like,
Bro,
guys, the building's
that's
secure. Look at all the FBI agents.
that's the speed roll right there.
Yeah.
In the opening of Speed, uh, there's a lot of shots at the beginning of Speed where it's like they're simply ramping the car and then like they're getting out, putting on the vest and everything. It just brings you into the vibe. This guy on the left, to Keitel, he's in Burn Notice.
Mm-hmm.
That's very.
He was in Lost. He was Jacob in Lost.
Oh, bro, I've seen Burn Notice more recently than Lost. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lost is one of my favorite shows. I rewatched it
Because
again last year.
I've seen Lost once, like when it was on TV. That's about it.
And I guess one of the other like cops there was like the bad guy in the TV series.
Man.
What? It's Gates? Wait, you're the lunatics, aren't you? Like,
Bill Gates? Hold up.
yeah. Per se. Yeah.
I love this guy right here on the left too. He's a great actor
Oh
too.
yeah, he's always in he was in Adventures in Babysitting, I think. Yeah,
Deep cut, deep
that's a
cut.
deep cut. Deep cut.
Oh, I think the lady right here on the left, she's in Person of Interest.
I
She
love we're just calling these people.
oh, that's the dude from that dude on the right. That's the dude from Dexter.
I have
She's
actually never seen Dexter.
oh, he's fantastic in Dexter. He if you ever seen the uh there used to be like a meme of him. He's like, hello, motherfucker. Surprise, no, surprise,
Oh
motherfucker.
yeah.
That's
Oh
him.
yes,
That's him.
right. Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
him.
know that clip. That clip. That clip.
That's him. Because
Surprise,
he's
motherfucker.
surprising
Yeah.
Dexter, and Dexter's like
Surprise.
hide. Yeah. This is
Yeah, I
the
think I
first
never.
time I'm realizing it. I'm really impressed
Yeah,
with the supporting like
the
whatever.
supporting
These are
cast.
like
Yeah, they're all
non-speaking
still working.
roles.
All still
All three
working.
of these actors on the left, I love them all. They all hit the juice at some point on
Mm.
TV. But it's like that's what it is. What it means to be like a good like a character actor is like you get your chance at some point to like put in the work. And they all three of them did it. I'm Justin Bartha. He did a decent amount of like comedy TV also.
Hmm. I mean, he's
Deep
probably
cut.
most known for
This
this or The Hangover. And he's like,
Hangover.
and if
Yeah.
you like the Hangover is the first one. Honestly, he's barely in that movie. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because like you just
He shows up and then the whole intention of it is that he's not
he's
there.
not there. Yeah, until the very end.
I will say if he got paid the same as everybody else, who won? Technically everyone else
Yeah,
won because he got famous, but like
yeah, yeah. Everyone else, because that was like Ed Helms' height of The Office.
Yep.
Zach Galifianakis hadn't really taken off yet.
My
And Bradley Cooper was like starting to,
or yeah, it
because
was
he
that
was in Wedding Crashers before
Wedding
that.
Crashers, yep. He was really good in Wedding Crashers.
Oh yeah, I hated him in Wedding Crashers, and like that's how you know he's great in that movie.
He's great, yep, yep. You love to hate him. And
The internet just
Walken is in
weirdly
that
hates him.
movie.
Yeah, the internet weirdly hates Bradley Cooper for no reason. So,
Oh, I was talking about him with Zach about like recasting him as like Bo Burnham's inside. We're thinking about people who could really do that, and I'm like, he directs, he can write, he can sing. I'm sure he can edit. Like I think he's someone who's extremely talented, and I give him a mulligan for Maestro personally. But it's like you should understand who these people are and how driven they are at their art, and he is extremely driven.
He's a master's degree in acting from like NYU. Like I don't even know how you've mastered the art of acting. Like, you're good. You can obtain
Him
that.
and then Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke. There's a lot of good actors like Princeton and like schools like that, Yale, like Brian Tyree Henry. A lot of actors, just fantastic actors that you wouldn't expect it from. Dexter vibes right here. We were talking about it.
We're seven vibes.
Like, oh, where did that actually come from? Right? It's like your reference point is always what's like whatever the relevant thing was for you first, I guess. But it is 7 vibes very much.
The silence do good letters. See, he thinks here. Look,
I love the Irish guy. I think he's Irish.
Like the Scottish dude or whatever.
Oh, it's Scottish dude.
Irish.
At some point, he gives a suggestion of some sort. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's
important.
I think he might be Russian. It's practically Russian.
But it's good to be like, even though like all the henchman guys are like airheads, but like Sean Bean's still smart. Like he can figure that out.
Yeah.
Like it's a name. Now this is a colonial house. The interior, like
expensive as hell.
The interior of this house, like, because I grew up in like essentially like the colonial part of America, like
yeah,
and like that colonial vibe. So like whenever I see the interior of this house, I'm like, damn, this is very comforting. Like this is the vibes I like.
Feels like home.
Yeah.
He's for us, like I live in Savannah, and like this is the oldest city here, and it's only here because the dude didn't burn it down. Sherman didn't burn down Savannah. He burned down everything till here that he was here. I was like, I'm tired of this shit. That's essentially what he said.
It's like
But that's why
Forrest Gump will be shot here soon. We have to leave this up.
we have to leave this rustic quality. Clint Eastwood is gonna come and shoot it's like
In
Midnight Good and Evil or
2024.
whatever. No, he has another movie here that he shot. It's actually really good.
Like The Juror or something.
Or The Juror's coming out. Yeah, he's still shooting
Yeah.
that. John Voight, man. This is hilarious. This bit right here.
Little green screen behind them.
Is
It's
it?
probably soundstage, yeah.
That is a really good
Honestly.
green screen. I'm
Or it's
impressed.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a blown up photo.
I'm impressed.
Because
It's
this
very
it's probably a set. This is probably a stage set.
that's well done. I'll tell you that. I can see the lighting
Like
that's
this is like
artificial, but like
this
that's well
is
done.
so over the top, like colonial, like artifacts everywhere. Like
Harper's Weekly. I had a
yeah.
copy of that, like a fake copy of it that we'd read in I have it somewhere in my room actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have them.
I volunteered. It's my favorite. I volunteered. He's smiling. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't get credit for his like comedic timing in this movie.
Oh, he's hilarious in
He's
this.
great.
And Helen Mirren's in the second movie.
Mhm.
Bro, talk about
You're adding Helen
like I
Mirren and
said,
Ed Harris.
aside of John Voight's like, off the screen stuff, like Ed like Voight and her being the parents, like it just
Mhm.
makes sense. It's awesome.
Yeah. That damn Helen Mirren.
Dame Helen Mirren.
That damn
Oh, that is he? Does he? You know what I always like to look at
we go.
when
Push in when he's like found the Charlotte close up
when
music.
I always like to see if the actors actually have the glasses in their frames.
Mm.
I
I
think
think now
he does.
you could do it with like blue light now.
Okay.
You could probably do it like play it off like that. Because I wear these all the time. I have blue light
Yeah.
on. And people think I have glasses. Like, no. Just helps my eyes. Helps my eye strain. There's a treader line. I refuse to believe that.
It would be too easy if he actually did believe in it, like his dad did. Like
Mhm.
you want to have that tension there.
Yeah, like his dad's like, I'm tired of this. Because
I love the
if
detail
his
that he has the
grandfather was still
bathrobe on.
alive,
Oh yeah, then it would make sense.
it'd be
But the
like his grandfather would be like, "Let's go." Like,
every time I see the bathrobe, he has the pens in there. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you sitting around in this bathroom all day?
yeah, it's comfy look, man. I'd be doing it too.
I wouldn't have the clothes on under, I guess. I don't know. That's me. This man
This man is
doing
wanting
the
to be put to
craziest thing.
death. He's wanting to be put to death. You did what to the Declaration of Independence?
God forbid it was the Constitution.
Yeah, I love this little
That
bit.
story. That
How old
story
is
writes
it? Yeah,
itself.
how old is it? Of this little bit here, it's pretty old. Throw in the throw in the oven. No. I remember this. I remember this whole like bit got a lot of laughs from the audience. Lemons. When life gives you lemonade or lemons, use them on the Declaration of Independence.
You make a map.
You find a hidden treasure map with lemons.
I love that they do this. It's like it's so stupid, but it's like
Yeah.
let me do this. Like you don't know what you're doing.
But I
So it's
love
like
that it's like
she's relevant.
they still don't know what they're doing. Then the dad comes back. I'm telling you, you need heat. Like the way he says.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And then he's like,
yeah.
just blow on it.
You'd be getting a lot more than fired for this. You'd be like
You'd be
committing treason.
arrested.
You might potentially be facing the death penalty. Like,
You would literally be assassinated by a certain group in America.
seriously.
I'm like, you mess with the wrong people right here, man.
People that don't even know the Declaration of Independence.
Life, liberty, and my guns.
My God.
Blow on it. Blow on it. Blow on it.
It
Or
didn't
do it
work. Oh,
together.
Tony, you need heat. I may be old, but I'm not dumb.
I like how they think about it together.
Yeah. They should have had Riley come down too. There it is. Now, how did he see that from there? He's like
Nah, it's
20
just
feet away.
no, but he saw the reaction. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
It's like, now, how did he see that?
This is what irks me. I'm like, y'all just go start using the hair dryer.
Yeah.
What if
After
y'all
all of
burn
that,
this?
yeah. After all that, they were like, you have to be careful. They're like, all right, let's go.
So they either did like CG or like removal or addition, right? With the
Probably CG. Because then you just have them fade away. Uh, more clues. Very elaborate treasure map.
it is CG. They just added the text.
Yeah. Because it's probably very easy to
Yeah. Even then it's
just
just like
throw
faded
the
out.
layer over.
Yep. Where are they, Dad?
I don't have them. They make his eyes like bloodshot in this. Like
I wonder why. I wonder why. He was probably drinking.
maybe like he looks
Like
like he does
like
not look
in
good, honestly.
like in real life, he was probably drinking. Like
Mm,
realistically. Look at his glasses. Like where they are on his face.
back
It's an
of
old
what?
camera.
Oh no. Let me points. He stole it. He stole it. No, you're gonna come with us. But not until later.
They took my Cadillac.
Probably has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I know. This role is kind of under Harvey Keitel's like range, isn't it?
Mm. He probably like loved doing this, Harvey Keitel,
Of
but he's also probably
course.
like, this is it's him probably like this is easy. This is great. Like this is easy role. Like, very suave. Like, someone's got to go to prison, man.
When he says that, like we need to change clothes, and she looks at him, I'm like, what's that look right
Yeah.
there?
She's like, oh, should we change clothes together?
Thomas Paine. I
He's
used to
got
make a very corny
$1,000 there.
joke. I used to make a very corny joke after
Here we go.
I heard the name of the
Billy,
book,
baby.
Billy.
We're back
I
home.
think I think the title card, the Philly title card and Creed sells a little bit better than this.
They just dropped the Rocky music.
Yep. This kid is really good at this.
He used to have many field trips to this very building, the
Really?
Franklin Institute. Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Been there a lot of times.
I guess the
See
perks of living in Philly.
All the exhibits.
I like that
Yeah,
they keep the
Phillies.
camera at the bottom. You know, they keep the horizon at the bottom, as Spielberg
Mm-hmm.
says. I mean, John Ford says actually. And I like how the guys just go right by them, and you can just tell from their jackets that's them.
And then he used that for the reveal of like boom, and he pulled
Yep.
back up.
It's simple and effective, man. It's so good.
Philadelphia is supposed to be the capital of the country. It was the capital
Is our first
until
capital.
they had to move it because the British were coming. Yeah, it's not an N, dude. It's an R.
This kid's hilarious. I like how he's just giving him $1.
Yeah. Thank you. Damn, look at that hair.
You know what the funny part is? You know how we talk about like Back to the Future, like how did Doc and Marty meet? How did Riley get this kid to do this?
Yeah.
He's like, hey kid,
He's
come
like, well,
here.
hey, you kid over there.
It's like, where's the rest of your field trip?
I'll give you like $5. But yeah, like you said, they're like Sean Bean's like looking at him like, what's this kid doing? Like, is it counting these letters? Like, I want to go
And I
see what
love
this
that
kid's doing.
they got the shot from inside the glass case.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow they got him to open it up. This is really good.
Because
The
he's
depth
like,
of
why would this guy like, yeah.
like he just looks cool. That like the depth of it, or like you can see the
Mm-hmm.
documents in front of them, like in their reflections. I never
Mm-hmm.
think about that stuff till like you're sitting here critically like rewatching it, and then obviously the tension of like, where's this kid going? Gotta follow him.
Riley
Passing
saw something
Stowe,
with stealth.
and he's gone like Batman. This shirt right here is very
So
2000s, isn't it? The one that Sean Bean has on.
yeah, like very early 2000s with the stripes
I
coming
think
down. Yeah.
they're definitely trying to make him look like he's
There
got
we go.
money.
Urban Outfitters.
I didn't realize this was Urban Outfitters till you said it. I remember the scene obviously because it's like really well done.
Mm.
Let's just say it's
Here's
really.
here's the chemistry.
This is very rom com right here.
Yeah,
Intentionally,
very
this is
rom
what it should
com.
be. This is what you need.
Yeah. Even like with the music change,
Yep.
shots of the feet, very rom com. Especially that shot right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah. Throw this sweater on.
I love it. This is good costuming.
This man's gonna be
contemporary
sweating
costuming.
though.
Yeah. How hot is it in Philly? Like in the summers, it gets
Oh, it gets
sweltering or
like 100 if it's humidity high.
okay.
Gross.
Now
Gross
it
out
gets
there.
worse here. It gets pretty hot
Yeah.
here too, but it's like we're by the coast, y'all aren't, so I assume it's
Ooh.
hot either way. Yeah, that shot right there with the twinkle toes. I love this bit right here. This is the
Yeah.
best bit with
Yeah.
with the water bottle.
Yeah. Like,
You
what are
guys
the
don't know
odds?
this? You
Yeah.
guys don't know this? For once, I know something y'all don't.
Yeah. He was like, let me just take this in. This is great. I love that. Why do you do that? Like, just let me finish the thought.
Bro, what is this foreplay?
I know. There's sexual
And
tension.
he's just watching, he's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Hold up. I wonder what time.
I
Hey,
love this right here. I love this. Can I borrow 100? No. Like
I
on the
have this
delivery.
watch. You see this watch?
Yeah.
It's worth more than that bill
Yeah.
will be ever worth.
Yeah.
But
Excuse
it's
me.
just,
Can I see
are you a
that
watch
100 I
person?
saw? I'm not a watch person, actually. I don't like the way they feel on my
Oh, I love
my
like I've
wrist.
got a Apple Watch right now, but like I do love watches. I don't like these metal ones because they get caught in the whatever
Like your
the hair
hairs.
on my wrist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that, I am a big fan of watches. I don't like rings or anything like that, but I love a watch. I'm not
Yeah.
going
Well,
anywhere. Now she's
here you
invested,
go.
right? But I love the detail of asking for the watch. He's like, "Oh, I'm a
Hmm.
diver. I use this when I'm diving." It's like, I wonder who
Yeah.
goes for a dive later.
Yeah.
But it's like here you don't think about it, right? You're just running through it.
No, he
Missed
didn't.
it.
Riley gets a win for once.
The only one he gets this entire movie.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know this?
His hair is very. I think this hairstyle's kind of come back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could never pull it off.
Kind of like the indie like look, shaggy hair, kind of like bedded, like you just woke up.
And then Nick Cage is going for like a Christopher Nolan vibe here.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that's kind of just his hair either way.
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin.
Where is this kid's parents?
That's what I'm saying. He's
or like he was definitely on like a school trip or something, and they just like kidnapped this kid. Hey,
he got kidnapped by 5 white men, and then they're like, "Hey, we need the kid back." They pull out the guns.
Yahoo search engine.
They should have gone with Ask Jeeves if they really wanted to be 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, Ask Jeeves. Here we go. Independence Hall.
Independence Hall.
I've been in there.
Is this real? Is this actually in there?
Yeah, this is actually in there.
This is actually in there. Okay.
This is where that's where you exit where they're walking up.
Because I know it's like sometimes you have like
there. It's only 2 rooms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the building from the outside looks small, but it's like when you're shooting it, you kind of have to like.
You're obviously not allowed to go up here.
Yeah. Best part of this scene is like when they actually get to the signing room and he does the whole like spiel is like last time this was here was when it was getting signed. It's like
I always love this.
You have to be invested with it.
I love this.
Idiot.
I love his like delivery there. I love his delivery.
Idiot.
Like he knows like
idiot.
Here. It's there. It's not here.
Look at his eyes.
It's there. The pan up too.
Yeah. That's how you do geography. This is how you do good. This is not action yet, but it's like this is how you set up your action.
They filmed this like there too. Like
that makes sense because that's the easiest way to shoot it, right? It's like if you have a location, it's like, okay, we can map this out. And then once you're in the chase, you can kind of fudge it a little bit. But even Edgar Wright for Baby Driver, he shot in Atlanta, but it's like the route that they have for the beginning is actually the route of like getting from that bank or whatever to the place where they like split up for the opening titles. So it's like some people actually use the actual place for it.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
And some of when they're doing the chase scene, when they're running around, they do jump around the city a lot. It's like, okay, he's pretty far. Like that's a long run to get all the way. Like they somehow get to like essentially center city. It's about 12 blocks away. Like you'd be running for a while.
For us, they shot a Baywatch, the Rock one here, and they go from downtown all the way to like 20 minutes away at the hospital to like 40 minutes away in like the area I live in. And I'm just like hold up, y'all. Yeah.
It's like whenever I watch a movie in LA and there's no traffic, I'm like, all right, like come on, there's no traffic right now. I mean, it's
what is this, Collateral?
Yeah.
What is this, Speed?
3:00 on a Tuesday. I found the glasses.
This is so cool, man. This is still so cool. Like I said, the geography here is fantastic. Obviously you get the actors, like you get one group of actors up there, then get the next ones.
It's all in the editing too, because it's like
yep.
They did sign it in this room. It is correct. This is where they signed it.
The bifocals.
Yeah, the Independence Hall is literally only 2 rooms. You walk in, to the right is essentially like where you would have a trial. It's like a courtroom.
Okay.
Kind of. And then to the left is this room.
Okay.
Where they actually did sign this.
I will probably go to Philly at some point.
But actual filming location of where this is actually real. It's not a set. It was being signed. Also, like there's like 3 because this is technically a national park. So there's park rangers in there. Like there's like 3 park rangers in there. Like, guys, you need to leave.
You'd be like, guys, the park rangers are on us. Run. Yeah. The park rangers pull up the Glocks.
You wouldn't think Independence Hall is a national park, but yeah. national park.
Yeah, if it's not a national park, they're just gonna sell it and do some corporation thing with it and rule in our country.
Because when you think of national parks, you're like, oh, it's got to be like Yosemite or
He's got to,
like,
yeah.
I mean, this is where the country was founded, in this very room. So,
for better or for worse, we are here because of this.
Yeah, I lived 2 blocks
Probably for
from this
better.
area.
When you say college?
Yeah, probably 2013, 14.
When I was in high school.
Yeah, I feel like 2013, 14 is when I lived down in this area.
What were you studying in college? Film, right?
Film,
Or
yeah.
film studies or like something else?
Film and media arts. That's the
Arts.
degree.
Okay. So you have a BFA?
Temple University. Yeah. Temple
Isn't Temple like a
University.
Christian thing?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Then
It's
I
just
don't
a
know
temple.
what I'm
It's
thinking
just
about.
I call it temple. No, I've had people.
Oh, look, there's a
approach
park
me.
ranger in the back. There was a park
Yep.
ranger in the back.
Yeah.
I didn't notice until you brought it up.
Now you know. They're right there. You see, they're leaving the gate. Park ranger.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a closed off area. You have to go through like metal detectors. Like, it's basically you have to go through like you're at an airport security.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I mean, that's a very like national landmark building. Like, you want people in there. Like I had to take my belt off and everything. I was like, damn, this is like full on. The only thing you didn't have to do was shoes. The shoes, you were fine. I've run along this area before.
And now he's running.
Yeah. I will say Nick Cage is kind of a weird running form. It's very like long and lanky. Very long and lanky.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a good run. He looks like he's got something stuck up his butt. And then we got people like Tom Cruise who's like perfecting his running.
Perfect running form.
No, Nick's running here is very much like I'm running in a movie running. Meaning like I'm gonna make this as like, you know, big motions as possible when it's not real running per se, because you're not like putting your arms all the way up when you're running. You're just putting them up a little bit, so it's like you're pacing for your body's right. This bit right here with the lady behind the counter.
It's great. See, like they ran like 30th, like this market is like not super close to like, I mean, it kind of is, but like they'd be running for a little bit, like to get down there.
Yeah.
Like, but you got to hit the landmarks.
So is this landmark? Is this like one of those cool places?
It's one of those places. Like, you get some great freaking food in there. Great food.
Okay. Because I've been to a place like this in New York, and not in New York. Actually, I've been in a place like this in New York and in Chicago.
Yeah, like this running around Old City here. The memories.
I wonder who let them shoot in a cemetery. Like,
I know. That's an old.
Because you already know these cemeteries are really old.
Yeah. And for those
then you
ones,
gotta
they
put up
just built.
Yeah,
they built fake things so they can explode them. Yeah.
They put like squibs on them.
Nice. I love that. Like, I'm tired of this. Nice setup there.
Yeah, I know.
All in the editing.
Hiding. I was hiding.
Hiding.
I like how they add in a tire screech, so it makes sense why he turned around, or else like why would he turn around? They probably thought about that in the edit and just added it in.
Look at these
browns. Bro, is this what are these crows? Is this a John Woo movie? That actually is like, that had to be like a John Woo reference right there.
Yeah, for them to like, they're essentially in Center City now, City Hall. Like, they ran like at least 12 blocks to get there. So, and those blocks aren't small.
They're long.
Yeah. But I mean, it's, again, like, people that aren't from Philadelphia aren't gonna know that. Like,
yeah.
that are been in that area aren't gonna know.
They obviously had a stunt double here for Nicolas Cage on the roof, but they
Mm-hmm.
do it well. It never feels like you're cutting from stunt double to him. It doesn't feel like that. It's hard
Yeah,
to get that, get that down correctly, but they do it right.
that guy risked himself, man. He slid for that. He could have fell right off
He could have
that.
fell right. I've been on roofs, man. It is the most stressful thing trying not to fall off like a 20
Yeah,
foot roof.
that was one of my favorite lines coming up right here. With the Sean Bean's line when he gets the map here. Oof! To tension. Could get run over. Here he comes.
The stunt double had a mustache for Joseph Bartha.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, here we go.
Is he wearing suede shoes? He's
Yeah.
wearing suede shoes.
Look at that. I love it. I love how he just stands in the middle of the road too. It's coming up right here. And he's like, let him go. Literally, like he's like, we got it. And the way he says it.
He's the
Here,
best, man.
right here. Right here. We got it.
Let him go.
Yeah, I saw that. We got it. And he's like touching it. It's so good.
It's good.
We
It's like
got it.
good physical acting. That's what that is.
Yeah. And just like a very calm line, like, we got it. Like, we don't need
We
these guys
got him.
anymore.
It's the same thing when he's like running his hand through his hair when he's like, he's got the map.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. But that's why you need a good actor because they're gonna spin up the yarn really well where they can. Same thing here. He's just on the phone, but he's like yelling into his phone, like, "Are you all
Yeah.
right?" It's
Yeah.
like, I lost the map.
Or
It's like,
because even on paper, just like the line, like, we got it. Like, you could just be like,
yeah,
we got it. Like, the way you just delivery of, like, let's do it slow. Like, we got
yep.
it. Like, hello, Mr. Gates. It's like, hello, Mr. Gates. He's so. But I love how Harvey Keitel plays it. He plays it. He's just like fascinated by like what's going on. It seems
Oh
like
yeah,
he's
of
just like
course. Like
fascinated. Like,
he's got a play here.
mhm.
Like he's not. It's like very playful for him. He's like, this is just
Yeah,
Cape. There's something going on here. You ever sit in this park right here,
I
wallow in
have walked
your
through this park. I have walked through this
wallow in
park.
your sorrows?
Yep. I'm like,
I
I'm
didn't get the
21 years
Blu-ray
old.
for Minority Report.
Yeah, they were sold out.
I like how he's still sitting like he's very confident even with the
Yeah,
cuffs on.
yeah, just like. But again, it's like the confidence man, but it's also like Harvey Keitel's character is just like kind of intrigued by what's going on. Like, you did steal all these things, and they kind of are true. So, like,
Yeah.
let's let this play out and see what happens.
I love these doors right here. It's hilarious.
Yeah, someone's got to go to prison, man.
Is Keitel Italian?
Assume so, no?
Because like, Mean Streets and everything in between. I mean,
Keitel, could that be German, maybe? Definitely Eastern European.
it's the map. He's very. And I love at the second movie when they go outside, it's like, you love ducks.
Yeah.
When they go outside.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the second movie now.
He made a mistake. There was more to it.
He's Romanian Polish.
Yeah, Eastern European. Yeah, yeah, Keitel. Yeah,
He's a Marine. Bro, what?
Pre Mean Streets.
Did you know this? That he was with the lady that plays the wife in Goodfellas, the one that's the doctor in The Sopranos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Did not know that, actually.
She's young for him. Yo, this payphone right here. You see the paint chipped on the payphone?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Probably an actual payphone there.
Yeah.
They don't have payphones anymore. A lost relic. You've seen Phone Booth, right?
Of
Colin Farrell.
course. Is that Schumacher, right?
Schumacher, yeah. Kiefer
Yeah.
Sutherland's like the bad guy.
Yep. Great ride. Used to watch that on
Right, a
TV quite a bit.
nice, like tight, like 80 minutes too. Short movie.
Tell me how my brother and like one of my best friends went to New York and they went on this carrier. And I'm just like,
Oh,
that's the
really?
carrier from National Treasure. And I'm just like, y'all, I hate y'all because y'all went on it and I didn't get to go because I'm like at work. I'm literally gonna go there just because of this movie
Just
now.
to go on this thing.
Just to go on this.
It's probably docked right off Manhattan somewhere.
Yeah, it is. Because my friend, his sister lives in Chelsea. I think that's the
Mm.
side it's on. What is this? Gotham City?
For a couple exterior shots, probably.
Yeah, it is. At least for Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. It's got those aerials. Yeah, they use like New York, Chicago, and I think like Boston.
Yeah,
They
and then
mix they put them all there
Pittsburgh
and
was in there a
Pittsburgh.
little bit
And
somewhere.
they put them like all together and make Gotham seem like it's just this massive city. I mean, New York City's insane. It's its own world.
Same thing, the tension here. He's
Mm-hmm.
pulling out the Glock, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like it's a lot. There's actually a lot of like little bits in this movie, like that, like a little
Yeah.
like
He's squeezing all
yeah.
the tension where he can.
Mm-hmm. If they made this, if like no, maybe not today, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jason Statham, like if he wasn't as big as that, like he'd be the henchman guy. That'd be Jason Statham. If he wasn't like
Oh,
as big at
like in
that point.
Collateral,
Yeah.
just shows up and leaves.
Yeah.
But my head canon for that is always that like he is the transporter, literally just
Yeah.
dropping off a package, it leaves.
Mm-hmm.
He's not care.
Yeah. Because I don't think that's ever fully been confirmed, but I like that theory.
I just thought about it just from my head of just loving both of
Mm-hmm.
those, just
Because
growing
I
up.
think Michael Mann did say something about it. Like it's supposed to be his character, which is like kind of a cool like collateral and transporter in the same like little
Same
universe there.
universe.
Yeah.
So Javier Bardem's in Transporter 4.
Yep. And Tom Cruise. Tom
I'd
Cruise
love
in
that.
flashback scenes of Tom.
That'd actually be awesome. Hell of a jump right here to do because this
Yeah.
dude obviously did this on real life.
Yeah, you can see it's obviously not like in some of the shots, but yeah, it's a
And see,
far
I think nowadays
far.
you could do a really good like CG like face replacement. And that's the only
Mm-hmm.
CG I'd really use that and maybe for some rigging, but that's it. I
Yeah.
do like that they make the water dirty. They probably did this in a tank, but they like threw
Yeah.
some like garbage in there. Just make it look real.
It's disgusting.
The Hudson,
It's the Hudson. A lot of things in the Hudson.
dead bodies,
Yep.
mercury poisoning. Ugh.
There you go. Sir, it's the Hudson. Nothing's visible.
She's a great actress, I'll tell you that.
Hello,
A
Ben.
different actor wouldn't even get in the water, I'll tell you that.
I'd be like, damn, you got over here fast. We're just on this shit.
Like no traffic, bro.
Yeah. Oh, my girlfriend. She's like, yeah, she does that.
He has a little chuckle about it.
Yeah.
It's like, is it my girlfriend?
They don't have these like it's like a computer cafe. What do they used to call them?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're just
They don't have these
Starbucks, though, aren't
anymore.
they?
Yeah,
Really,
Starbucks.
like,
Yeah. Well, they used to have like computers that you could go like sit at
yeah,
and like
like
do
sit and
stuff.
rent. Yeah.
Yeah, rent for like an hour. Yeah, Riley's like, look, he's my best friend. You just got here. Like, let me talk to him.
He is so turned on right now.
Like, yeah.
He's
He's like,
like,
oh. He's like, talk some more history to me.
bro, you know that GPS isn't that accurate back then.
Yeah.
It's probably
He's
within
here.
like 50 feet, 200
Why did
feet.
why did they just wait until like he just pulled up? Why
Yep.
did he have to track it?
He's here.
God, look at that hair, man. That's some great hair.
Even he cut his hair. They gave him a very nerfed, like, whatever haircut in The Martian. I haven't seen him in a minute. Sean Bean.
Yeah, I don't know what he's been. I feel like he was in a show recently.
Yeah, that's what happens to a lot of good character actors. They end up on TV nowadays, which says
But
something about
he's gotta be in his 60s now, no? Gotta be.
maybe. Yeah, he's in his 60s. They're both in their 60s, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's the bad part. It's like at some point these guys are gonna go. And I'm gonna be like, dang, I
Mhm.
remember when they used to be young.
Like Spielberg, Scorsese, like
Cheerio.
Coppola. Like these guys are getting up there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen any day with all of them, and it's gonna be like,
I mean,
dang,
look at Clint. Clint's like what, 93? Still
90,
making
yeah,
movies?
93, and he's literally within my vicinity right now, and I'm like, you really want to die here, buddy?
Yeah.
Not a good place, not a bad place,
Just go
place
home.
to
Go home
go,
to like,
but
I'm sure he's on like a ranch somewhere and just go home there. Live out the rest of the days.
he just starts playing John Denver, Country Road.
Crying on his porch.
I'm not gonna say the rest of it. I don't want there to be copyright. He was in Snowpiercer, the show. He was in some like really bad looking movie.
Oh yeah, he wasn't Snowpiercer. Never watched that show. I think
I mean,
it's coming
I really
back.
like the movie. That's why I was just like, I don't want to watch the
Yeah.
show to ruin the. Because I know like Jennifer Connelly and like a couple other people on that show, and I'm just like good actors, but I don't.
David Diggs, I think is
Divvy
the
Diggs. Yep.
lead.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Never
liked the
watched
movie.
it.
That was my first Bong movie. I saw that, and then I had to go back. I was like, I don't know who this dude is,
Mm.
but I gotta watch more of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh yeah, Weinstein cut that movie down and all this stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
and then Old Boy had come out the same time, and same thing happened with Spike. And I'm like, whoever this dude is, screw
Mm.
this dude. And then
Yeah.
we learn. I knew like about his stuff before, and then obviously after Me Too, about all of his stuff.
Mm. Piece of shit.
But then again, people like Scott Rudin are still around. We were talking
Yep.
about Rudin's the one who produced
What?
School of Rock.
And Social Network.
And if you look at the credits for School of Rock, he has 6 assistants. Everybody has like 1 assistant. He has 6. I'm like,
Good Lord.
I was like, 5 of them were fired. No, 6 of them were
Shit.
fired.
I wouldn't be surprised with that guy.
I like this. It's very simple. Just like shoot inside a church.
Mm-hmm.
They shoot a decent bit here. They shoot this and then they shoot it afterwards too.
Mm-hmm. Beneath Parkington Lane.
It's really quite something. Everything's remarkable. Take a look.
Should have just punched him in the face there.
Beneath Parkington Lane. Why would the map lead us here then?
But I like how they kind of like it all comes back together at the end. Like now they're they're going to be looking for stuff here together
Yeah.
again.
It's like
Obviously being
but
like
that's the best
forced
like
to do
tension.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
forced to do it, but
they both need each other. It's a
mhm.
good way to divide the narratives and then bring them right back together, and then divide them again when the tension gets rough. I mean, the tension stays high, honestly, this entire
Yeah.
movie, doesn't it?
Movie's always moving,
Furnace.
fast paced.
Oh yeah. Bro, it's been 98 minutes. Jeez. Get out of here. No, this movie always goes by fast. This is such a, like these are the best movies because like they keep on your ass and they're like it
Mhm.
never feels like oh there's something missing from this movie. It's always it's all there.
Mhm. Beneath Parkington Lane.
Was there like a Freemason society in Philly?
I believe so, yeah.
He's like they had a pretty like a decent enough like prominent one here in Savannah to where like I knew enough men that like wore the Freemason ring.
Mm. I'm sure there were because Philly's like the birthplace of the US, so I'm sure there was Freemasons.
Yeah. I love this. They didn't have to do that, but that's just like a fun
Yeah.
gag. Actually, it's kind of messed up, isn't it? I said
Yeah,
it's fun, but it's like a dark comedy moment.
yeah. Who cares about the skeleton?
Oh, this line right here, the creepy tunnel line, that was in the trailers too.
Oh, yeah. Death. Killing.
Use your imagination.
I'm going to kill all of you.
Let's ruin everybody's clothes real quick. I heard these fake spider webs, they use hot glue guns to do all that. And they just kind of like some
Mm.
sort of thing where it's like you can just like squeeze it out like really thin, and then
Mhm.
that's how they get it. I didn't know. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Help with like the aesthetic of it too, to make them
Yeah,
sticky. Because if it's just like cotton or whatever, like
yeah.
it's
It
it's
doesn't.
just gonna fall.
Yep.
Come here. Yeah.
The most implausible thing about this movie is
Yeah.
this age gap, which says something.
What can that never happen to me?
But
Because you're
see,
like an
that's the thing.
airhead. You're an airhead, bro. That's why it's not happening to you.
But that's why it's funny. Is like they
Yeah.
don't like they are literally squeezing every single
Yeah.
element of like funny comedy tension whatever it is like let's get the best level of high out of this moment,
Hmm.
and it doesn't feel disingenuous. It is like, oh, this all works.
How long do you think like gunpowder lasts? Like, would that light
All
that
right,
quick?
I don't even know.
Should we look it up?
I
I
mean,
mean, I could
fire. I
completely
mean,
be wrong. I guess it is like
gunpowder
it's always
is
going to.
combustible.
Yeah, so I guess it's always going to be.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, because technically they use the same logic. The internal consistency of this movie is the same because at the Charlotte, it
Yeah,
goes
the
boom.
gunpowder there.
It goes.
Yeah.
It blows.
So yeah, as long as you establish it early there, you can do it here.
Like, just do it again.
Because
But
you
I
already
think they
it's already
have this
bought it earlier.
it's like a liquid, like some sort of like not a turpentine, maybe turpentine, like some sort of like oily liquid that they would
Hmm.
use to keep it to keep stuff oiled and like lit essentially. This whole
Yeah,
set
it
is
says
treacherous.
when when properly stored in an unopened container of smokeless powder has an indefinite life shelf life. So
Yep. Checks out. So you think this is a set and then some like CG at the bottom?
yeah, set and then like the bottom will just be like right there, but they'll CG the bottom.
because I can't tell, and that's the best thing, right? Is that you
So
can't
yeah,
tell.
usually they'll probably film all of the set stuff first, or vice versa. They'll go do. So there he goes.
Everything else, and
Or
then
he
they'll go to
does.
the set and have a couple weeks.
Yeah, then they'll go to
Or I
Philly,
mean, depends on the
film all
movie.
the exteriors in Philly and
Yeah.
all the running around. Go to New York.
And plus, it depends on who the actors are and their
Yeah,
schedules and all that sort of stuff. It's like,
like
oh, I can
they
only have this person from these days to this day and all
yeah,
that.
like they could have shot this first for all you know.
Yeah. Because it's very rare that a movie shoots in
In
sequence.
order, yeah.
And I
For
feel like,
listeners that don't know that they don't shoot movies in order. So,
and it's like, I think even Deakins talks about it. It's a very big luxury to do that. But it sounded like
mhm,
from him, Deakins never gives his outright like opinions all the time. But like the way he
mhm,
talks about stuff, you can tell is like, yeah, he doesn't like to do that. He's like, why don't we just
yeah,
shoot this? We're already here. Why don't we get all
yeah,
this done? Like, especially if, certain lights and stuff like that. And why are you going to have to
mhm,
lug them again or get them rented again? And it's not easy doing this stuff. I was in Dune, the actress that the one that's like Zendaya's friend, the one that like
mhm,
the one I'm talking. So she was sharing a behind the scenes thing of them like having to put like mats down in the desert and they're like rolling the camera equipment, and I'm just like,
mhm.
this is such a headache, but I'm like,
Yeah,
it is 1,000% worth what they've got on screen.
mhm,
And same thing with this movie. Obviously, they had to lug all that crap out there to the you
yeah.
know. No, I don't know where they shot the snow sequences, but it looks remote. It looks
Probably like
fantastic.
could be like northern Canada somewhere.
Yeah, that's like I know they didn't go to like, Greenland to shoot it. There's no
Yeah.
point. They're just gonna go with what's in our budget. What can we have
Yeah.
days for? Is this close, like we can house our people within this, this hotel and like go and get this done? How many
Mhm.
people do we need and not need? All that sort of stuff.
His little Indiana Jones moment.
That's what I was gonna
Just
say. It's
swinging
like
there.
this is it. It has the Indiana Jones vibe, but it's never
Mhm.
like, oh, this is Indiana Jones. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people don't understand that. It's like Indiana Jones did a very specific thing. It did it fantastically, but this is in the same vein, but it's doing something completely different that is still giving you this amazing level of joy.
Mhm.
But people are like,
'Cause
oh, it's the same thing. Like, why do I need to watch this?
yeah.
It's like you can make good copies or good
Mhm.
emulations of work. Have you seen Den of Thieves?
Mhm.
So Den of Thieves is like, kind of heat light, but it's still a
Yeah,
fun ride.
basically. Yeah.
But it's like that's the sort of movie where it's like it's good. It might not be great, but it's really good. It's like this is you can make movies respectfully like that are
Mhm.
just, a fun ride. And it's like they
Like, 'cause
have no
he
right being that good, but they are
yeah,
good.
'cause he does, like, Indiana Jones type of comedy humor, like, when he in the graveyard, and he beat the one guy up, the other guy's coming,
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, come on," like, Indy would be like, "God, I'm
Yep.
tired of this," like or even right there when, like, the floor was breaking, like, "Oh god," like, "Here we
Yep.
go," like, he does a little bits like him, so it's like, yeah, you can have characters that essentially he is an Indiana Jones type of character, but, like,
Yeah.
he's not Indiana Jones.
The
Like,
archetype is the same, but it's
I'm
like
sure he
and it's like
rewatched Indie
he
movies before this, like, just
yeah,
to
and
get the
it's like
vibe, like
he has the same vibe, like he has all this knowledge, but it's like
mhm,
he's kind of supposed to be the kook. So it's
mhm,
like they have to play that up instead rather than like his background being the professor,
mm,
right? So it's
yeah,
like same strokes, but
mhm.
different strokes, but this still works. This is still fantastic. But I think the tension here, I don't know, what do you think? In Raiders and all that, do you think there's a tension of where it's like, is the thing that they're searching for real or not? Are they gonna attain
Yeah,
it?
I guess the difference between, like, this and Raiders is, like, Raiders, the thing it's actually real because they basically
Yeah.
think they're going for it, and
Yeah.
this one, it's like, is the treasure real at all? Like, I guess that's the whole, like and then you get here, it's like as an audience, you don't like obviously they're playing it right now. They're playing it
Yeah.
up.
Oh
They
yeah,
know
yeah.
there's another room. But as an
This drama is
audience,
fantastic. Yeah.
like your first time watching this as the audience is like, oh, I guess there is no treasure. Like maybe that's the point. It's like it was the treasure is the friends we made along the way. like, Yeah, you don't realize like you're like Riley right now. Like the audience is
Yeah.
Riley because then he's like, "What's going on?" Like it cuts back when they're like, and the music's like, "Dun," like they have that little theme of like when they have the idea, it kicks back in. Like, okay,
Gotta
okay, yeah,
like I said, whenever life gets hard, Ian goes for the clock.
yeah.
He goes for the shoddy.
See, like, yeah, as the audience, you're like, "Oh, damn!" Like they actually get sucked down here. Like, and he's actually
And
giving them the clue.
and they play it well that it's him giving the quote rather than,
Yeah,
because like we know he's the skeptic here.
yeah. So it's like if he gives it, and then like now, and then when it's revealed, obviously in the next 30 seconds that it's all fake, and like they just gave him a fake clue. It's like, okay, he's locked in now. Like
Yep.
he's gonna help keep finding the treasure. Because look how far they got, and he used the
I don't
music
like
to
the fact that they
the
yeah,
music
yeah.
helps
The fact
the
that he
sell of the
turns this
lie.
up as a character so
Yeah,
fast and
the
he
music
believes
helps to
him.
sell of the lie. It's good. Did you? Maybe. Well, I'll need water because I'm gonna die if I don't have any. So
I mean, he could come back in a couple days.
yeah, honestly, probably a
In
day.
this treacherous looking elevator,
Yeah,
dumbwaiter.
yeah. Now see, like they put the music back
I
in
like
like
how the
the
first thing this man does is apologize to Riley. I'm
yeah.
sorry I yelled at you.
They have
Because
like
he knows
the
Riley would be so mad.
yeah. Riley be so upset if like he actually like hated him
Dad, do you hate me?
because then they play that like the theme where it's like they have the idea where it's like the little like the piano is like dun, dun, dun.
You know who's a really good piece of casting that we aren't gonna get to talk about is I forgot his last name, Bruce. He plays the president in the second movie.
Bruce Greenwood.
Bruce Greenwood,
Yeah, he's great.
fantastic. And it's like the whole scene of them like getting trapped at whatever
Hmm.
Martha's Vineyard or whatever it is. Man, fantastic.
And he like basically kind of helps him the whole way.
Yeah, he's like you never heard this from me. I was like, oh wait, hold
Yeah,
on, let me
I was
listen
like
in real now. Like,
did you take a look at like page 47 or whatever? Like,
bro, talk about a cliffhanger.
yeah.
And that would be such
I
a
assume,
fantastic
I
third movie.
assume,
Come on.
I know it's like it's rumored as Atlantis or whatever, but like,
Ooh, that would
yeah,
have been awesome.
I think that was the rumor, and like on, I guess the page in the book was like saying that the Atlantis is like it's real. Like,
Oh, okay.
go find it. Yeah,
Yeah, so it would have been Jason Momoa, like Amber Heard, that sort of thing. You know,
yeah.
Aquaman.
Hmm. That's Aquaman. That's actually the Aquaman 3.
Willem
It's
Dafoe's in it.
yeah, Aquaman 3 crossover, with National
Yeah,
Treasure 3.
yeah. That would actually, I'd pay to see that. I'm probably in the top like 5 or 1 percentile of like actual Aquaman 2 fans here. So it's like
Hmm.
I genuinely loved that movie. It was so much fun. And I was like, I like it felt like the same like stupid ride that you got from the first movie. Like I could turn that on with my family and have a lot of fun. Much like this movie. I've seen this movie with
Hmm.
my family so many times.
But here you go. So it's like even in this scene now, it's like, oh, this is the treasure. You think this is the treasure room? Like, oh, it isn't. It's not here. But even as an audience member, you're buying like, I'll keep going on the ride with you guys. This is
Yep.
fun. Like, even if it isn't here, like you've done way more than anyone else in our family has. Like, you look how far you are. We're literally standing in this room right now. But the
They
pipe is
should have
coming
had
back.
they should have had a Force Ghost of Donald Sutherland at the end of this movie. Like, good
Yeah.
job, grandson.
Yeah. Or yeah.
I would have had him show up, be like the fountain of youth.
Christopher, yeah. We'll have him in the third one. Christopher Plummer.
Too late, but it would have been awesome. It would have been
No,
awesome.
as Force Ghost. As a Force Ghost.
Yeah. It's like do you know the idea in Star Trek of how Chris Hemsworth plays his dad, and that they were supposed to
Mm-hmm.
make a movie where Pine and Chris Hemsworth were in a movie together as like father and
Yeah.
son doing the whole time travel thing. That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you take the first clue, their thing that they found in their first clue, and comes right back full circle at the end. Could it really be that simple?
Good old where's the blood pipe? Come on, guys, because he hands it back to him right in the before they come down, right?
Mm-hmm. Like to where I still got my pipe.
His nails look real dirty.
Could it really be that simple? Damn.
Did you
Little
see this in like a packed
little
theater?
yeah, it's pretty packed.
It was pretty packed.
A lot of like from what I remember, I mean, probably a lot of families. I don't really remember like that much. I remember seeing it. I remember where the laughs were. That's how you know. That's how you know you had a good theater experience. Like I remember National Treasure in theaters. I've seen a lot of movies in theaters. I couldn't.
I
Some movies
I
I'm like, oh yeah, I saw it in theaters. I think I can't even
I
remember.
hate it. Like when I watch Dune, right? There's some parts in Dune Part 2 that are like very funny, like with
Hmm.
Stilgar, like some movements are funny, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm the only person laughing,
Hmm.
literally. And I'm like, do y'all not know how to have a good time? I'm like, it's
Yeah.
obviously a joke.
Yeah.
Like, but people are like dead silent. I'm like, y'all are y'all like this in your houses too? I'm like, have a good time.
Here
And
it
I'm like,
is.
I hope I add to the experience if I like how like the like where they like start the shot is like, oh yeah, this shot's about to pull out real big,
Hmm.
but it
Or
kind of
you just
doesn't.
found like a billions of dollars worth of treasure.
Literally.
Literally,
And then
like,
they
was
only
this?
took like 5% or whatever.
Yeah, and they still got millions.
The best part of the second movie is
Like
when he gets his
scrolls from the Library of Alexandria. Like one of those is like $1 billion. You're like, I'm so
it
rich now. Like, who could I just
was like
found?
who like which billionaire am I gonna sell this to? Have you ever heard of Leverage or the Librarian show or like the Librarian series, like Noah
Yeah,
Weil, if you know who he is?
I've heard of that show.
Or if you are fine with TV budget, like whatever, like budget quality
What are
production
you
wise,
like
worth
CW
watching
budget?
or a little bit more than CW budget, I'll tell you that. But like they made a few movies with Noah Weil. They're actually
Mm,
good adventure movies, and they did adventure on a budget, and it's still
mm-hmm,
compelling. But those movies are a better time for me. I'd rather watch that than freaking Uncharted or Jungle Cruise. And it's not like
mm-hmm.
Jungle Cruise is bad, but like the whole movie's a CG fest and it's just so
Yeah,
boring.
yeah.
And they
Damn,
even
that's a
have like
lot of
Jesse
treasure.
Plemons playing like a oh yeah, this is awesome with the fire. Same thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they had to have something in there. Now this is obviously CG to some extent, but like
Yeah, that's
dang.
all CG.
That's CG fire, it's well done. It's
Mm-hmm.
not easy to do.
We did it. But then they
We did
accidentally
it.
lit
What do
the
you
whole
mean we
place.
did it?
We were the cameraman. We were the camera ops.
Look, it's an exit.
Yeah. We accidentally lit the whole room on fire though. So all the treasure is gone. But I swear it was real. This guy's facial reactions are great. Like he looks so
Boom.
terrified. Like,
Yeah. He's like the devil's lie.
yeah. Doesn't no lines though. Probably only $100. Thanks for being here, and I'll get out of here.
See, they're like, we have to shoot this inside the church.
Yeah.
We booked this church for like 6 days or
Yeah.
whatever. So we're gonna shoot this.
Yeah, because
It
I'm sure
worked
this is
for a
probably
budget.
in the
They
script.
shot
This is
this in
probably
Philly.
like
They had to shoot this in Philly, right?
probably
I mean, it depends on wherever Keitel was, I said, or unless they had made Keitel travel. I don't know.
yeah. And they probably shot maybe the church stuff in Philly or um Yeah, I'm sure like
He's
the original script had like he was at like the cop station doing this or whatever, or like outside. It's like, why don't we just shoot here? Like,
nah, this looks cooler.
we already have all the setups. We already all here. Yeah, they probably shot this scene and the scene when they're
See,
using their bifocals before.
I love this cut to the ring. Because
Yeah.
every time I see, like I told you, I've seen the ring growing up. I see it on people's faces and the newspapers, and I'm like, there's some conspiracy behind this.
Yeah.
There has to be.
And it's a good reveal to be like, that's why he was always so like curious and not really like, let's just arrest this guy immediately. He's always kind of like,
Yeah.
let's see how this plays out. Because I'm kind of curious. Someone's gonna go to prison, man. She's like, oh, I love him now. We're so in love. Go find that treasure.
Did you ever watch Modern Family?
Mm-hmm.
So Phil is the guy in the whatever in the White House in the second movie that she's with or
Oh
whatever.
yeah. I watched that like not the second one not too long ago. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that Phil Dunphy's in this. I feel like he always kind of at that time he played because he was in Incredible Hulk. He was like the same character in Incredible Hulk. He was like the new boyfriend.
He's the guy in I didn't
He's
know
like the
I
new
don't remember.
boyfriend.
I saw Incredible Hulk in the theater.
Here we go.
And this
Gotcha.
This is quite literally just some random place at night, same area. They just, put up the lights and put up the sign. That's
Yeah.
it. I love it.
I love how Nick Cage like comes out from the shadows.
Oh yeah.
Like right here.
Yeah,
He's about to come out.
Yep.
He's still all dirty from like and we could go to New York to Boston, like what, like probably like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yet again with the jeans, man.
Like a suede jacket, like Jesus.
Yeah.
He's sweating, man. He's wearing like 4 layers of clothing.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of costuming, there's a lot of like layering work to like make it look kind of make sense, but how I think it's like a thing where it's like if you're like cultured or whatever, you wear multiple layers of clothes. But I'm like, I'm hot. I wear 2 layers max.
He's sweating. He's drenched in sweat.
I think it's a generational thing too.
Yeah, I wonder how much they got. Probably got $1 million.
For what?
Had like 1% of the treasure like value.
It'd be a decent. It'd be like tens of millions.
That was because it's like that treasure is probably worth billions.
Yeah,
I love how he doesn't know how to drive a car. He's so bad,
bro.
And now
that's a crime. That's the biggest crime I've seen this entire movie.
I have made a new map to the sex.
To my chastity belt.
So she sees how he runs, and she's like, "Actually, I don't know." Actually, I'm gonna get a divorce.
It's like he looks like he's limping, low key. John Turteltaub, the director that I don't know, three screenplays. I don't know. I love this movie, man.
Jerry Bruckheimer
on top, man. Still on top. Somehow. Top Gun Maverick. Come on.
Yeah, he's hitting hits with the Disney for a bit with Pirates and then this. Caleb Deschanel.
Oh, the GOAT. He just passed away recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he shot this. He's a great DP.
For those that don't know, that's Zoe Deschanel's father.
Yep.
But we love this movie. Come by to watch it again, like right after this.
And we're about to do it on my pod too. We're about to do it on Cinema Pursuit. So we about to have fun time. Trevor Rabin, man. Music in this movie is fantastic.
Yeah, it's time to watch number 2 now.
join on as Ed Harris comes to ruins our lives in Europe.
This podcast is hosted and edited by Pat Brennan. That's me, with intro and closing music by Patrick Baxter.